Hey everybody, it's Kadono. We're starting a bunch of new series on the channel as I get the channel going, and the second one's going to be Don't Starve. So if you came here for Civilization videos, don't worry, that video is coming very shortly, the second video there. But I'm going to try to do a handful of different series at the same time. Don't Starve is going to be one of them, at least at first. If there are any other games that you think you'd like to see, or if you don't like this one, you know, let me know somehow. Just don't be a dick about it. Anyways, so I like fiddling with mods in this, and I have a bunch of mods, but I'm not going to use any of them. I figure we start out, we play as Wilson, right? I'm going to change the world a little bit because, hey, everybody likes to have more beefalo. At least that's my opinion. I'm not an expert at this game, but I do know enough to get myself killed. So there is that. I would, you know, appreciate comments that tell me what might be a good idea or what might be a bad idea. I do know how to read the wiki, so don't worry about that, but let's get going. I think for this first run is just gonna kind of feel out, like, how are we gonna play this game on the video series, how are we gonna do that stuff. Beyond that, yeah, thanks Maxwell. Beyond that, you know, we can decide with other runs, hey, do we want to, like, change characters every time and just go up the list? Maybe play as Willow next, and then others later, and, you know, just keep going on like that. Or I might start adding mods in to just sort of make things more interesting. Or, you know, we might add in modded characters if we wanted. Decide to go on adventure mode instead of just survival, see if we can advance as many worlds as possible, just make a cool base, survive as long as possible. Really, whatever. You know, this is a nice open game that way. We could even look into starting to make mods if that's something people are really interested in. Some stuff that this might exist, but I haven't seen it. There's a lot of berries around here. Is adding hydration, right? Because that's one of those things that you never really think about if you're not like into survival stuff, and most survival games don't deal with. Like Minecraft survival, you have hunger but you don't ever have thirst, right? And then when you have water, you know, if you were to drink water, you have to think about, like, okay, you know, I need to boil it to make it safe, or if it's salt water, I should probably not drink that, and things like that. I'm gonna start chopping down some trees. Get myself a little bit of lumber. Evening is coming along pretty soon here. So I was having some really serious... I tried recording in 1080p a bit ago, and I don't know if it's just the, like, 3 different recorders I've got going to get different, you know, separate out my audio from the game audio so I can mix it later, or if my computer just has a really bad video encoder or what. But man, I was getting horrible frame rate drops at 1080p. So we're recording in 720p. Hopefully it's not too terrible. Maybe I can try to figure that out as we go on and get that patched up. But yeah, hydration is one of those things, like, if you've ever gone camping even, or been out in the sun doing work for a few days, you realize hydration is probably the most important thing to keep track of, and it's not on the list. Though I suppose sanity is something that you don't normally have to keep track of in real life, so that at least makes things more interesting. Also, when you play these games, man, your guy is an absolute brute. Just like, hey, I'm just gonna keep doing manual labor all day, every day, and all night, and rarely if ever sleep, and just keep going and never be tired. Forced sleep would make the game... It would be an interesting hard mode. I don't think it would make the game necessarily better, like, as just a core game, but it would definitely be an interesting, like, mod, let's say, where you have a exhaustion level, and, like, as you work, it goes up, and, you know, stuff like chopping trees and mining raises it faster, but you know, sleeping, if you want to sleep during the day, you should get some sort of penalty for restfulness or whatever. Anyways, I should stop talking about things we could add to the game via modding and just talk about the game itself. If you haven't played Don't Starve, it is a survival game that has some other like gamey aspects with an adventure mode and whatever. If you find Maxwell's door, there are also these various things lying around that let you advance worlds, and so on. Sort of want to see if I can build a decent campfire. I think I need 12 rocks. Probably shouldn't be deciding where my base goes, like right in the first day here. But at the same time, why not, right? You also move faster on roads. We've got beefalo around, that's good. A wormhole. I think somewhere like right here would be a decent spot for a base, except that there's no rocks nearby. Or like no rocky area. How many logs do we have? 18 logs, that should be enough for the first night. If we just set up a temporary campsite. Oh hey. Let's go mine this. Yeah, marble. Uh-oh. Well, I'm keeping this pan flute. I'll just eat these petals. Yeah. So the pan flute, I don't think I've ever gotten the pan flute before. Allows you to put mobs to sleep, which can be really useful. Oh, yeah, I forgot. Alright, let's make a fire before it gets dark. Just do a temporary one. Throw a log on there. Cook up some carrots. Oh, looks like I picked up a blueprint in there too. I didn't see that. We'll check that out once we eat a bit. Nom nom nom. Okay, old bell blueprint. There. Now we know how to make an old bell. Requires Glommer's wings and Glommer's flour. Well, that's a later game thing than we are right now. Alright, so other things we should look at is making a backpack, which I always forget where the backpack is. Is it in survival? I think you make one and then you're done. Yeah, it's in survival, but I need a science machine first. So, no backpack for us. That's why we need to find some rocks. Get the rocks to the gold. We'll try going this way. That might have something. Add a bit more fuel here. I'm always afraid to add too much fuel to these without the stones, because you can spread the fire, and I don't like doing that. The nice thing about having extra beefalo is that it makes it easier to get manure, which makes it easier to make farms, which makes it easier to have food. And one of the things that can happen to you in Don't Starve is that you can starve. And it's nice to not do that. Yeah, oh, a little more fire here. Rain's not helping. That should last, I think. I'm gonna pick that med. Yeah. What? Okay. Get out the axe. Really need to get. Come on. Don't go out. There we go. Oh, okay. Maybe. That. Oh man. That should have been a biome. But hey, some stones. Stones are nice. And autosave. And it's raining. Just a pleasant experience out here in the rain. As a general rule, I like to explore using the roads first. Hey look, it's the Pig King. We can trade stuff with the Pig King. I'll walk up here so I have it on the map for sure. Trying to find a decent place to like set up camp, right? Like a place where we can have access to a handful of different biomes really easily. Preferably some beefalo around. Really, stone. Stone within like a short distance is one of the main things, because stone is one of the few things you can't easily... Alright, so here's the box thing. Hopefully I'll remember that's there. I don't have any inventory space right now. It's also a garden gnome. Oh man. Okay, so let's try going south then. See, now, there are some stones in this biome, but it's not a stone biome. And that makes a big difference, because a nice stone biome would, I forget what the actual name of the biome is, but it would definitely give us an advantage. Because we can move plants, and we can plant trees, and do all sorts of things, but we cannot create stones. At least as far as I know. Maybe you can. That'd be great. I mean, I'm sure somebody's made a mod that allows you to craft stones. If not, they should. Or someone should, or maybe we should. Whatever. I'm not beyond making my own mods. First couple of days, you're just going to be running around looking for a place to stay. By the time the bad stuff starts happening, we're going to get screwed. That's okay, though. This is a first run. Been a little bit unlucky when it comes to biome placement, I think. Oh, we can either go north from here, or we can go back this way. I'm thinking north. Make sure we have stuff to make a fire, yep. We haven't found any gold yet, though. Or any of the rocks that have gold. So, that means we can't make a science machine. Which means we can't make a backpack. Which means we're dealing with all of this inventory problems. But I think I'm going to make a hat, because it is continuing to rain. Like, it is not letting up. I think I need, what, 12? Oh, great. Now we're cold. Add to that. This might be a really short first run. Be funny if I died on the first video. Look at all them beefalo. Yeah, no, we're hitting water up here. Evil flower. Oh no, it's just regular flour. So the hat helped, but it didn't help enough. Really need to get a fire going. I'm not taking health damage yet. Alright. Pretty soon here we're just going to have to set up... Basically, once I find any gold at all, I'm just going to call it and say, hey, set up camp. Because... if we don't set up camp soon, we're going to end up in a very indefensible or unsurvivable situation. Ooh, I need to find some grass before it gets dark. There we go. This is what I was looking for. It was right next to where we started, too. Well, no, we started, like, right there. So there's a wormhole and a road. Yeah, we're going to make camp right about there. Hopefully I have time. Forget, how much gold do I need for science machine? Just one. Okay. So we're going to kind of cheat here. Just hold on to the gold nugget. And then set up camp. I'm thinking right along the road. Like, let's just go southwest here until we hit the road. There we go. Drop that. Make a fire. Warm up a bit. There we go. Eat some carrots. Make our science machine. There we go. Now, can make a backpack. And we have extra inventory space. Woohoo! About time. I'll cook these berries. Because it's something to do. And then I'm going to plant trees in kind of the area. So, when it comes to, like, planting trees, I used to just plant them as close together as I could. But then it was advised to me that if you do that, you're just asking for a fire, or a problem with fire. Because once you plant one, it'll just go everywhere. So I don't know how far apart they need to be to not be a problem. So I just kind of eyeball it. You know, if you want to give me some advice on that, I would certainly take it. But for now, we'll just plant them kind of out at the edge of the light here. A pseudo barrier. And then in a day or two, we're going to have local resources. Oh, I should make a shovel too. I always forget to make a shovel. And then I'm out and I need a shovel and I can't make one. I don't know why. I don't know why an axe and a pickaxe are... I mean, I know, like, gameplay-wise, why that you get these by default, but a shovel you can't seem to figure out without a science machine. But it's still, yeah. So let's do one more day and then call it a recording. So here's another question: how long do you want these sorts of videos to be? Because this is quite a bit longer than that starting Civ one, but the Civ videos I was probably aiming at about half an hour a video once we get into the game, because those turns can take a long time. The Don't Starve videos, I was probably going to try to aim for about 15 minutes a piece, because that sort of makes sense to me. You know, 15 minutes is... I forget how long a day is, but that gets us at least a couple of days. That way, even if I die pretty early on, we get a handful of videos out of Wilson here. I'll try not to die, but, you know, no guarantees here. These things happen. More twigs and flint here. But anyways, I was thinking like 15 minutes. Alright, that's... Because if you make them too long, people get kind of bored and stop watching. So I don't... More rain, man. It's like rainy season. But I got my hat, and I'm fairly dry. I'm just doing some basic resource collection here. I have died too many times from just not having enough wood, and not that I didn't, like, was in some sort of really hard situation. It's just bad planning. I just ended up getting to the end of the day and then not having enough wood to keep it light, or keep some light the whole night, and then dying. And that's a really dumb way to die. I'd prefer not to do that. Another thing I'd like to do is learn how to use bees as an effective food source. Ooh, hello. Especially with these seasonal bees here, because it seems as though bees as a food source is more dangerous than it used to be. I might be wrong. but it sure seems that way to me, since they are often killer bees now, even if you don't go and mess with them. Plant our nice little forest here. So I normally don't build farms. I usually start out with improved farms if we have extra bee flow, because I don't really see the point in dealing with regular farms, because they're slower and they take more manure if you need to quick build food. So let's start prepping for getting an alchemy engine just kind of as soon as possible. If memory serves, which it probably doesn't, I need 2 electrical doodads, which require 1 gold and 1 stone apiece. And then, well, let's look. Yeah, and then I need 2 cut stone and 4 boards. So the 4 boards is, oh, hey, 4 boards right there. Man. After all that wandering around, the game is actually helping me out now. Thank you, game. I still need to keep gathering stone, though. We'll leave that axe there for later. I might need it. I hope you like hearing rain sound effects, because that seems to be what's going on. Alright, cut stone is 3 or 4. I forget. But at least I don't have to cut up a bunch of boards and accidentally run out of wood, because that's happened before. The farm itself, I think, also requires boards. But we'll get there when we get there. The improved farm, I mean. Let's see if we can build that. I think I have all the parts. I might not. I might need more stone. Let's get more stone. We've got 19. Might as well. Where, did I break my pick? I'll just make another pick. You're okay, Wilson. I know it's wet. Hopefully it'll stop raining before the hat stops being effective. I'm gonna leave the mini glaciers for now. There we go. The rain stopped, just like I said it would. Yay. Alright, so we'll make an electrical doodad. First we have to make some cut stone. Yeah, it's 3. Oh, it was 2 gold per... Uh-oh. If I'm quick... Do I have... Okay, I can make a torch if I end up screwing myself here. That's what I get for not paying attention. That's 1. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. No problem. I've already lit the fire, so I don't need to worry about that. I still might not have enough stone. I didn't do the math. I think I need 16 stone or something after I've made the electrical doodads. Alright. Alchemy engine. Yeah, no, 2 cut stone. We might be good. Look at that. But we probably don't have what we need for... Put it there. Farm. Yep, we need more grass and more manure, but that's no problem at all. We can make that easily. So we're going to make that next time. I'm going to throw some more wood on here so I don't die while I'm talking to you. I'm going to wrap it up here for the first episode. I'm going to record some more later. I might end up doing a block of recording another time, but right now I'm going to stop until probably 3-4 days from now, and we do another recording. But yeah, so, leave in the comments any suggestions or thoughts about the series or anything like that, and I hope to see you next time.